Hi, I'm Azu, and I challenged AI to see who is the better artist. We're doing 5 drawings with 5 different difficulty levels, and it gets harder as we go, so let's get started with the video. First, I wanted to introduce what we were doing to ChatGPT. So I wrote a very simple, very sweet message, just to be on that good side during the AI uprising. I said, "Hi GPT, hope you're having a nice day. I challenge you to an art duel. I'll give you prompts and you generate the drawings accordingly. Let the best artist win." For the first image, I wanted to keep it simple and easy. So the prompt was, create a shaded sphere in black and white with the light source being in the top left corner. And since AI is super slow, while it was generating the image, I started with my own version. And since I wanted to beat AI, you better believe I'm bringing my A game. I went full try-hard mode with my style. I started with the basic shape, blocked in the darkest color first, and then blended towards the center with lighter tones to give it a nice gradient look. Then came the blending, then some more color, some more blending, and even more colors, and that was basically the whole journey. But in the end, I think I came up with something really good. Here are both the versions right here. By the way, comment who you thought won in every difficulty. I'm leaving this video on you guys. So let's move on to the next one. Now for this challenge, I decided to draw a cute panda because let's be honest, they're literally my favorite animal on this planet. So I gave GPT a very specific prompt. Create a picture of a very cute chibi panda sleeping on its side in a doodle-esque style drawn on a notebook page. Sweet, simple and adorable. We'll let GPT deal with that while I go dig through the entire Pinterest for a reference image, because my brain refuses to work with this one. After scrolling for a while, I finally found this as my reference and I started drawing. There's something very therapeutic about just picking a reference and just drawing it. No thinking involved, no concept, no deep meaning. Because honestly, whenever I have to think about new ideas, my brain just shuts down for some reason. So I started with the sketch and it looked decent enough, if I'm gonna be honest. I moved on to line work because I wanted the entire drawn on a notebook with a pen sort of feel. I even added a little line underneath there. If you notice that, you win a cookie. Then coloring it was super simple, but I wasn't satisfied with this. So I tried to replicate the whole drawn on an actual page kind of feel by literally drawing an entire page underneath the panda. Listen, I'm putting way too much effort for AI, so please like, comment and subscribe on this video. Anyway, I'm done. Here are both the versions. Take a good look and let's keep moving. Rome wasn't built in a day. Now, while I was scrolling for the chibi panda reference on Pinterest, I also found this picture and instantly my brain went, yup, I'm drawing this. This is really cute. But with a small twist. So I decided to make it angry and also give it a lily pad hat because why not? Now I had to explain this to AI, so I wrote, GPT, I'm uploading this photo. Redraw this in the same style but add a lily pad hat and make the character look angry. Now with that done, and since I've yapped enough, I'll let you enjoy the sketch process for a while. Okay, so I'm finally done drawing and the AI still hasn't processed anything. So now it's just a waiting game. And after waiting for what feels like the entirety of One Piece, both the versions are ready. Take a good look, decide for yourself who won, and let's keep the train moving. So I had to wait for about 24 hours for this one because the GPT just kept giving me "you've reached your limit" sort of message. Anyway, so I came back the next day, sat down and started thinking about what to draw. And then I remembered, I drew this exact building in my first ever video, so I thought it'd be cute to pick it as reference again. Before I started drawing, I had to explain this to GPT, which is always an adventure. So I typed, "Hey GPT, draw a two-storied building using two-point perspective, put it on a small rectangular platform and make it look traditional, and make the ground floor open in the front like it's a shop." This is genuinely the best my brain could come up with. I'm not a prompt engineer. I didn't upload the original photo because I know GPT will just recreate that line for line, and that's cheating. So we're gonna do it the honest way. And yes, I did learn perspective in my first video, and no, you should not watch my first two videos. Even I can't watch them without cringing. Let's just focus on our future and not my past, alright? Also, if you have video ideas, please share with them because my brain is literally shut down. Anyway, I took the image as reference and not to put it in a one-to-one copy because I'm against AI, so I had to bring more details. And when I tell you I was hunched over like a shrimp the entire time, I'm not even joking. When I stood up after an hour, my spine made 8 different sound effects. This drawing was honestly more physical labor than creativity, but a challenge is a challenge. This took me about 1.5 hours to do because I kept messing up the perspective lines, and I did what I could. Here are the results. Take a good look because after this we're gonna be at our final difficulty, and the last one is the hardest. So let's keep it going. Okay, so final difficulty, and for this one I was like, you know what, let me do something actually in my own style. So I took a picture of my own hand and uploaded it to GPT and told it, take this image as a reference and turn it into an airy, soft painting style artwork. And now for my own artwork, I wanted to do the same blended painting sort of thing that I do in some challenges. So I started with the background colors, blended the lights and everything. Then I did the base skin colors, and apparently I don't even know my own skin tone because the first color I picked felt wrong. After blocking in the basic shapes and colors, I slowly started building it up. The lights, the shadows, the little details. Basically anything that will actually make it look like a hand, you know? Okay, so I had to wait for about half a day for GPT to give me a result. I feel I could learn a new art medium in that much time. But anyway, here are both the versions. I tried my best, and now the entire video's results is in your hand. You guys decide who won the art duel, me or AI. I hope it's me because I'll cry if it's not me. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched the video, check out my other ones too. Bye. See you in the next one.